howdy do, and how are you? That's probably not actually. I think howdy do is how, or whatever. We're here! Where is the caster?
Redundant.
The caster Wildlands. Now that we have the Pegasus boots, we can actually progress, because everyone knows if you walk really fast, sludge can't stop you.
See, like, I expected you to... Because usually in Toon Link games, if you're in water for any length of time, Link just fucking drowns, even though he can swim in Wind Waker.
Oh no, he still drowns in normal water. But this isn't water. It's sludge.
Well, it looks like water.
It's like... I think of it like tar or mud.
Okay, but, however... That still happens in Four Sword Adventures. If you touch, they have sludge in that game too. If you touch it, well.
Well, this one, when you touch it, you sink into it unless you have the Pegasus boots or get back to, you know, land.
Get game, yeah. Where are the Badgers?
I should edit in the fucking Badger song. Will I remember? I don't know, but I'm writing it down.
Oh no, it's Darknut. Things with the nonsensical names.
Yeah.
Like, I never understood that.
I still don't, to be fair. Maybe the internet does. Also, yes, this is my, amazing strategy. Run around in circles. And then confuse him.
Now for my... he turned around.
He did. Not this time.
Oh, shit. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
He hurts.
Yeah, no, like...
Aha! Aha!
So, here's a question. Like, what the fuck is a Darknut? Like,
hang on. I'm Googling it. What do you mean I'm offline? I'm definitely not.
I mean, I can hear you, so unless you're telepathic.
Alright, Darknut. I'm almost wondering if it was like a translation thing and they just stuck with it, but let's see.
I mean, it's very possible.
Okay. Now we're back up here, I gotta say. I like the caster, I think it's Wildlands, music. It's like a funky, version of the normal field music.
No, yeah, that's cool. Like, usually music in swamps, unless it's like Bubble Clue Swamp or something, I can't stand, but... No, this is pretty cool. It's a pretty good beat. Now, but the reason I ask what a Darknut is like, because are they monsters, or...
They have literally been in way more games than I thought.
Yeah, because, like in Wind Waker, you take off their armor and they're like dog things.
Well, to be fair, everything in Wind Waker is a dog thing. Or a pig thing.
That is absolutely fair.
But they were also in Link's Awakening and the original?
Wait, really?
If it's in the original, that's actually what would lead me to think that it's a translation error that they've just stuck with. Well, let me see. Okay, this isn't helping. Although they claim that you never see Darknuts and Iron Knuckles in the same game, but I'm pretty sure you get both of them in this game.
You know...
Mostly because I'm pretty sure one kicks my ass later.
I wasn't actually aware that there was a difference between them.
The Iron Knuckles are usually the ones with the fucking ball and chain.
Oh.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, obviously.
Because Ocarina of Time does not have Darknuts, but it has Iron Knuckles, and they have a fucking axe.
You know...
While Darknuts usually stick to the sword and shield.
For how, repetitious Zelda games tend to be, there's a stunning lack of consistency.
Yes. Alright. Okay, Google. I want you to tell me where...
Why.
No! Don't... God damn it.
Tell me why.
Well, it loaded a bunch of music videos.
Oh, no.
Where did the name Darknut come from? Yeah, actually, people are kind of on the same page as me that it was probably a translation error.
Okay. Well, what was it supposed to be?
Dark Knights?
You know what? That makes a lot more fucking sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That makes so much more sense.
Because they used the Japanese, in the katakana, it's, well, tato naku, which is strange because they do... No, wait. That's right, they don't have D. Sometimes they do. This is a very strange way to have written it.
Right.
Because the katakana, that is not the way I would have spelled it in katakana. Not that I'm native. But, like, literally, everyone's just fucking shrugging. Like, translation error is literally the only thing I can think of, and then they just stuck with it.
You know what? I'm gonna call them Dark Knights from now on, because
that makes so much more sense.
Well, Darknut's stupid! I'm sorry!
The fuck would Tato Naku even... No. Da. They definitely have da.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like...
Kodamo. They have D.
I'm gonna ask a
they
Japanese
definitely
person.
have D. D exists.
D exists.
The letter D exists. Because Desu. That should have been my first clue. So why the hell would they have written it this way? Tana. Piku. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I was an idiot, and I just copy-pasted the katakana, and now everything's in Japanese, and I can only read
and now
half of it.
Everything's in Japanese.
And I can only
I didn't even have signs in front of my bathroom at home, but those are Japanese now too.
Alright, so Google Translate, for some reason, thinks Tatonaku is Startnak.
And again, I say what?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going with my headcanon. My headcanon is translation error that they've just stuck with this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably it.
That's literally the only thing that makes sense, because there's never been, like, an in-lore explanation. They've just been fucking thrown at us. Though, to be fair, they've never given an explanation for Iron Knuckles, either. Although, according to the wiki, Iron Knuckles are usually more oriental-looking, which I would disagree, but okay. Well, not necessarily oriental, Eastern. Because, again, Ocarina of Time, they're more Arabic-themed, sort of, in the loosest sense.
You know, I did notice that, but I've never been able to articulate, but, like, I never understood that that's what they were doing on purpose.
What, in
I just
Ocarina of
thought...
Time?
Well, yeah, because, you know, I just thought, like, oh, it's a weird art style. And
What?
it kind of seemed...
You didn't realize that the desert people
Okay,
who are
okay.
all
Like...
darker skins and have, you know, Middle
I
Eastern,
knew
like, music.
that part! I understood that! I'm not that stupid. I'm pretty fucking stupid. Obviously.
That's why I'm like, excuse me?
No, I puzzled that one out, but... but just in general.
Well, that was actually one of the issues. The original Mirror Shields, because I did the N64 version. The original Mirror Shield has the crescent moon, which, as you may or may not remember, is a symbol of Islam. So, in the remakes, it is not a crescent moon. Because they were like, oh, sorry, we didn't mean to do that.
I'm sorry, we don't know what we're doing at any point.
And I think there's also been another vague controversy that the chanting in the Spirit Temple, I think, unless this is a Majora's Mask, is actually Islamic prayer. And that was potentially also an accident. Where they were just like, no, we were just looking for music that fit the theme.
We're sorry! We didn't know!
I mean, I guess at that point it would be considered cultural appropriation.
I mean...
I'm not a fan of the term, but when you're trying to do things with the culture and then you end up doing them accidentally very wrong, it seems like maybe...
Like, I usually don't use the term unless it's like a blatant caricaturization of a cultural aspect. Otherwise, you know, people can share cultures.
I do think intent is important with that. Because, I mean, alright, we all know, well, Brian's not a weeb, but most of us are weebs. And as such, I would like to, at some point, get a Yukata. And we have a not super large, but a significant Japanese community in Chicagolands. I mean, we have our own Mitsuwa, guys. I don't know if you know.
Hey! Hello!
But there's only, like, 7 of them. And I think the other one's in, like, LA and then Texas. So, there aren't a lot. But, they do the Bonodori Festival in summer. And it's like, yeah, I'd like to get a yukata to wear to that. Because, you know, most people who have them are wearing them. And it's some Japanese people and some white people. And they're super cool about it. And we do the... Did I take you? I know I've taken Taryn.
You've taken me to Mitsuwa?
During the festival.
Not during the festival. We went there when you wanted that soda thing.
Yes. Because I believe we were right next to it.
Right.
And I was like...
But not during the festival.
No, we stopped. We were getting... I don't remember. Food. It was food. I went there for Katsudan and they lied to me. But that's another story. Yeah, so the Bonodori Festival, they don't set up an actual tower with a drummer. They have a speaker. But they have these old Japanese ladies showing people how to do the dances, and we just dance in a circle around the makeshift tower speaker. And it's cute. And one of my favorite ones that's stupid that I noticed the first time I was there and have remembered every time since then is one of them is literally just about baseball. Like, we were doing it, and I was like, did they say what I think they just said? And then we were, like, comparing it to the motions. And we're like, yeah, this is just about baseball. But
okay.
No, it's cute. Like, they're super cool about it. And, in general, like, Asians are usually pretty cool about things like that in general. Just being like, oh, cool, you all learn about our culture. That's great. Here's this, this, and that. But I'm always concerned that I'm gonna run into someone who's going to get pissed off and try to call me out on it. Not like I would just wear it randomly. Like... But just the fact that I would own one would, in and of itself, anger them. But it's... On the one hand, it's just clothing. It's very indicative of the society, but again, like what you said, I think if it's being done respectfully, that it shouldn't be considered appropriation. To be fair... I think the word that has gotten, or that's gotten so confusing about it, is that technically... Oh, that was a shorter part, I guess. Or
okay.
I was just talking for a really long time. But I will finish my thought. Is that part of appropriation is not taking the culture, acknowledging it as distinct, and, like, incorporating elements, or, like, you know, the melting pot thing. I think it's more taking elements of their culture and deciding that they're your culture now. I think that's the distinction for cultural appropriation that a lot of the internet is missing. Because cultural exchange is when knowledge and things are shared, and traditions, and that's how people learn about each other and whatnot. Cultural appropriation is more like colonialism.
Oh.
At least that's the way I think it should be interpreted. Most of the internet would disagree, apparently. But yeah. So tune in next time, where hopefully we won't get so long-winded, controversial. I don't fucking know.
Please.
If you have a Mitsuha near you, I recommend it. If you don't, I'm sorry.